I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
It did always seem so to us, but now, in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is not this your son, my lord?
His breeding hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I embrace to it.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, this young fellow's mother could. And hath indeed, sir, a son for her cradle, ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
Oh, I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have, sir, a son by order of law, some year elder than this, but no dearer in my account. Then the whoreson must be acknowledged. Edmund, do you know this noble gentleman?
No, my good lord.
My lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester. Know that we have divided in three our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring it on younger strengths, while we, unburthened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and our no less loving son of Albany, it is this day our intent to publish our daughters' several dowries, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in this court have made their amorous sojourn, and today will learn their effect. Tell me, my daughters, now that we shall divest ourselves of rule, interest in territory, and affairs of state, which of you, can we say, doth love us most? That we the largest bounty may attain, where merit with nature doth challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child-heir love our father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all manner of so much I love you.
What shall Cordelia do? Love to be silent.
All these bounds, even from this line to this, we give you, lady, and to thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Rane, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Sir, I am made of the self-same metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I find myself an enemy to all other joys which the precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in thy dear highness' love.
Then poor Cordelia, yet not so, since I am sure my love's more richer than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever be this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. And now, our joy, although the last not the least, to whom the vines of France and the milk of Burgundy strive to be at rest. What sayest thou, Cordelia, to bring thyself a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing shall come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond. No more, no less.
How now, Cordelia? Mend thy speech a little, lest it mar thy fortunes.
Good, my lord, you have begot me, read me, loved me. I return those duties back as a right fit. Obey me, love you, and most honor me. Why have my sisters husbands, if they say love you all? Happily when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love, my care, and duty with him. Sure I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Aye, good my lord.
So young, and so untender.
So young and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth be thy dowry. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, by the mysteries of Hecate and the moon, by all the operations of the orbs by which we do exist and cease to be, I hereby disclaim all paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood. And from my heart and me shall thou be a stranger from thence forever.
Good, my liege.
Silence, Kent! Do not come between the dragon and his wrath. I did love her best, and thought to set my rest upon her quiet nursery. Hence, and avoid my sight! My lords of Cornwall and Albany, with my two daughters' dowries, digest this third. And all my power I do jointly give you. Now, our sales, with monthly course, with issue of 100 nights by you to be sustained, shall make our abode with you in monthly terms. This coronet, part betwixt you.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my prayers.
The bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft.
Let it fall rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. To plainness, honor's bound when majesty stoops to folly. Reverse thy doom. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least.
Kent, on thy life no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn, to wage war against thy enemies.
Out of my sight!
Dear sir, forbear.
Do kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon thy foul disease. I'll tell thee thou doest evil.
Hear me, recreant. 5 days we do allot thee to provision thyself from the evils of the world, and on the 6th day to turn thy hated back from our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thou banished trunk is found within our dominions, that day by Jupiter shall be thy death.
Fare thee well, king. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid who justly thinkest, and hast most rightly said.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
Most noble Burgundy, tell me, what is the least that thou wilt take in dowry of her, or cease thy amorous sojourn?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than what your highness has already offered.
When we did love her, we did hold her so, but now her price has fallen. There she stands. She's there, and she's yours.
I know no answer.
Then leave her, sir, for I tell you all her wealth. Most noble king, I would not have you love with such a stray, nor match you where I do hate. Therefore I beseech you, turn thy liking a worthier way.
This is most strange, that she, that even but now was your best object, most dearest, should in this trice of time permit a thing so monstrous and dismantle so many folds of favor.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art, to speak and purpose not. For what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor.
Better thou had not been born than not to have served me better.
Is it but this, a tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Will you have her? She is herself, doubt.
Most royal Lear, give but that portion which yourself has proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
No, no more. I have spoken and I am firm.
I am so sorry then that you have so lost a father, that you must also lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy, since respects of fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Dearest Cordelia, thou art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon, thee and lawful I take up as cast away. God's gods, when their poets neglect thy love should kindle to inflame respect. Thy dowerless daughter king thrown to my chance is queen of us, and of ours, and of our fair France.
Let it be so. Take her, for we have no such daughter, and we shall never look upon that face of hers again.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
In the eyes of our washed father, Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are. Use well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place.
Prescribe not us our duties.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms.
Well may you prosper.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That is most certain, and with you. Next month, with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath but ever slenderly known himself.
Pray you, let's sit together.
We shall further think on it.
We must do something in the heat.
Thou, nature, thou art my goddess. To thy will my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? For that I am just 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base, when my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, my shape as true, as honest madam's issue? Why brand they us with base? With baseness, bastardy, base. Who, in the lusty stealth of nature, with more fierce quality than doth go from a dull, stale, tired bed, and go about creating an entire tribe of fops, got betwixt asleep and wake. Well then, my legitimate Edgar, I must have your land, and our father's love is to the bastard Edmund. And as for my legitimate, that's a fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. And now God stand up for bastards.
Kent banished thus, and France and Collar parted, and the king gone tonight. Edmund, how now? What news?
Oh, so please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No? What needed that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? Let's see, come, if it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
I beseech your lordship, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother, but I find it not fit for your o'erlooking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I hope that my brother wrote this as but a justification or essay of my virtue to your honor.
This policy and reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times, keeps our fortunes from us till our oldness cannot relish them. Come to me, that of this I may speak more. If our father should sleep till I waked him, you should half his revenue and live the beloved of your brother? Edgar? Sleep till I waked him. You should enjoy half his revenue. My son Edgar. When came this to you? Who brought it?
Well, it was not brought me, my lord. I found it thrown in the casement of my closet.
You know this character to be your brother's.
Well, if the matter were good, I durst swear it were his, but in respect of that, I fain think it were not.
It is his.
It is his hand, but I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Happy never heretofore sounded you on this business.
Never, my lord. But I have oft heard him maintain it to be fit that sons at perfect age and fathers declining, that the father should be as ward to the son, and the son should manage his revenue.
Oh, villain! Villain! His very opinion in the letter! I'll apprehend him, seek him out!
Sir, I know not well where he is, but I pray you to suspend your until you can derive from him some better time of his intent. I dare pawn down my life from him that he wrote this as but a testament to your honor.
Think you so?
Sir, I shall place you while you shall hear us confer of this, and at no later time than this very evening.
He cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not,
to
sure.
a father that so tenderly and entirely loves him. Heaven and earth, Edmund, seek him out.
I shall seek him, sir, presently.
These late eclipses of the sun and moon portend no good to us. Love cools, friendship falls off. Brothers divide, in cities mutinies, in countries discord, in palaces treason, and the bond cracked twixt son and father. We have seen the best of our times. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, all ruinous disorders follow us disquietly to our graves. And the noble and true-hearted Kent banished. His offense? Honesty. 'Tis strange.
This is the excellent foppery of the world. That when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeit of our own device, that we make guilty our disasters, the sun, the moon, the stars, as if we were villains by necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, or liars, drunkards, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. What an excellent evasion of Whoremaster Man, to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, and so it is that I am rough and lecherous. Tut, I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Edmund.
How now, Brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
Oh, I was thinking of a prediction I made this other day. Tell me, what should follow these eclipses?
How long have you been a secretary astronomical?
Come. When saw you my father last?
Why, the night's gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Well, think wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified his discontent.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear. Retire with me to my lodging, from whence I shall fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. But if you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother?
I advise you the best. Go armed.
Shall I hear from you or not?
I do serve you in this business. Copious father, a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harms that he sees none, on whose nature is foolish honesty, that my practices ride easy. If not by birth, I'll have lands by wit, and all me's meat that I'll fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Yes, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids us in every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I'll not speak with him. Say I am sick.
Oh, he's coming, madam. I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. If he dislike it, let him to our sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one. Idle old man that would still manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now by my life, old fools are babes again. Remember what I tell you.
Aye, madam.
If but as well I other accents borrow, that can my speech diffuse. My good intent may carry through to that full issue for which I raised my appearance. Now, banished Kent, if thou canst stand where thou dost stand condemned, let it be so. Thy master, whom thou lovest, will find thee full of labors.
No, I will not wait a jot for my dinner. Go get it ready. How now? What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and one as poor as the king.
If thou art as poor as a subject as he is a king, thou art poor indeed. What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who would thou serve?
You.
Dost thou know me?
Oh, no, sir. But you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
Ah. And what services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, run, ride, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
Thou shalt follow me. If I like thee not less after dinner than I do now, then I shall not part from thee. Oh, where is my dinner? Oh, and where is my food? Go fetch him. You, son, where is my daughter?
So please you.
What's that? What says the man? Call that clock pole back. And where is my fool? Oh, I think the world's asleep. Well, where is the rogue?
He said, my lord, that your daughter is not well.
Why did he not come back himself?
He answered me in the roundest terms, sir, he would not.
Would not?
Sir, I know not what the matter is, but it seems to my judgment that your highness is not entertained by that amusement as you were wont. There's a great abatement of happiness in the dependents as well as in the Duke himself and your daughter.
Sayest thou so? We shall think on it. Go. Where is my fool? I have not seen him for 2 nights now.
Since my young lady has gone to France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
I have noted that. No more of that. Go tell my daughter that I would speak with her. And find my fool. You, son. Dost thou know who I am?
My lady's father.
Oh, will you bandy looks at me, you rascal?
I will not be struck, my lord.
Nor trick neither, you base football player.
Thou servest me well, I love thee.
Come, sir, arise.
Away! Thou servest me very well. Here is earnest for thy service.
Oh, let me hire him too. Here's my coxcomb.
How now, my boy?
Sarah, you were best take my coxcomb.
Why, fool?
Why? For taking one's part, that's out of favor. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sits. Thou must catch cold shortly. There, take my coxcomb. Why, this fellow has banished 2 honest dollars and did the third a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. Oh, now, nuncle, oh! Would I had 2 coxcombs and $2.
Why is that?
Oh, if I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself.
Take
There's
care.
mine. Take another of thy daughters.
Take care, sir. The wind.
No, sir, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mark it, nuncle. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest. Learn more than thou trowest. Set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door. Oh, and thou wilt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Can you make no use of nothing, uncle?
No, nothing can be made out of nothing.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet fool?
No. Teach me.
That lord that counseled thee to give away thy land. Come, place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear. The one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me a fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away. That I was born with.
This is not altogether full, my lord.
Give me, an egg, uncle. And I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I have cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clovest thy crown in the middle and gave away both parts, thou borest thy ass on thy back or the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. Fools had ne'er less wit in a year, for wise men are grown foppish. They know not how their wits to wear. Their manners are so apish.
When art thou so wont to be of song, Sirrah?
I have used it, nuncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. When thou gavest them the rod, put down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play bo peep, and go the fools among. Prithee, uncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. Oh, I would fain to learn to lie.
If thou liest, there'll be the whip.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. Thou wilt have me whipped for lying. And sometimes I am whipped for holding my peace. I had rather be any kind of thing than a fool. And yet, I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast paired thy wit on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the pairings.
How now, daughter? What is all this front on? Methinks that thou have of late spent too much time with the frown.
Thou wast such a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue, so your face bids me, though you say nothing.
Not only, sir, this, your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue, do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a state for dress, but now grow fearful of what yourself too late have spoken done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance.
Art thou my daughter?
Come, sir, I would you would make use of that good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away those dispositions that of late have transformed you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the cart draws the horse? Oh, jog, I love thee.
Dost thou know who I am? Am I not Lear? Are these not Lear's eyes? Doth Lear not walk thus? Will someone tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would fain learn that, for it seems of late that by all knowledge and reason I have scarce any daughters.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Tell me, gentlewoman, what is thy name?
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of other your new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, you should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, meant so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn, more like a tavern or a brothel than a gracious palace. The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her that else will take the thing she begs, a little to quantity your trade, and the remainder that shall still be such men as may distort your age and know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils, saddle my horses, prepare my train. Oh, thou detested kite. Oh no, I need not trouble thee. I have yet another daughter.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make servants of their betters.
Thou shalt not repent so soon. Sir, are you here? Is this your will, sir? Oh, speak! Oh, ingratitude, thou hard-hearted fiend! How much worse thou art when seen in a child than in a sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Oh, detested kite, thou liest. My train are men of choice and rarest parts that know all of duty. No small fault. Oh, how ugly didst thou in court view show. Lear, beat on that gate that let thy folly in, and let thy good judgment out. Away, my people!
Sorry, miss. As innocent as I am guiltless of what hath moved thee.
Oh, nature here, dear goddess here, suspend thy purpose, if thou ever didst intend for this creature to be fruitful. Oh, let her organs of increase dry up within her. Let her womb be invaded by infertility. And if she must teen, let it be a child of spleen. Let it carve furrows in her brow. Let it carve channels in her cheeks, that she may see how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away!
Gods that we adore, where comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know the cause, but let his disposition have that scope that dotage gives it.
No! Out of my way! 50 of my men at a clap, and not a fortnight passed.
What is it, sir?
I am ashamed that you have the power to shake this manhood inside me, and that these hot tears brought forth by you should give you such power. Oh, no, let it be so. I need not stay here. I have yet another daughter who is kind and comfortable, and when she hears this of thee, with her nails she shall flay your wolfish visage. Away! Thou shalt not see me again!
Do you mark that, my lord?
Garl, I cannot give so much the great love that I bear
Pray
thee.
you content. What, Oswald? Oh, you, sir, more knave than fool, after your master.
Yeah, look a Lear, tarry and take the fool with thee. A fox, when one has caught her, and such a daughter, should sure to the slaughter, if my capital by a halter. So the fool follows after.
This man hath had good counsel. 100 nights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 nights. Yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike, he may guard his dotage with their powers, and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say!
I think you may fear too far.
Safer than trust too far. Let me still take away the harms I fear, not fear still to be taken. I know his heart. What he hath uttered I have writ my sister. If she sustains him in his 100 nights after I've shown the unfitness. How now, Oswald? What? Have you read that letter to my sister?
Yes, madam.
Take you some company and away to horse. Inform her fool of my particular fear. Get you gone!
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better off, we mar what's well.
Here, take these before us to Gloucester. Acquaint my daughter with nothing more than is in this letter of anything that thou knowest. Be thou quick, or we shall be there before you.
I will not sleep, my lord, until I have delivered your letter.
Shall see thy other daughter will use thee kindly. For though she's as like this as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What can you tell, boy?
She will taste as like this as a crab does to a crab. Canst thou tell why one's nose stands in the middle on his face?
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes of either side his nose, that what a man cannot smell out, he may spy into.
Alas, I did Cordelia wrong.
Canst thou tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why, to put his head in. Not to give it away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
No, I shall change my nature. No more, kind king. Are my horses ready?
Thy asses are gone about them. The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are no more than 8.
Yes, indeed. Thou wouldst make a good fool.
I shall take it all back, perforce. No, I shall change things. Ah, monstrous ingratitude!
If thou wert my fool, uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Well, thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Let me not go mad. Not mad, dear heavens. Keep me in temper, boy. I would not go mad. Never mind. Come, boy.
Save thee, Curran.
And you, sir? I have been with your father. I have given him word that the Duke of Cornwall and Regan, his Duchess, will be here with him this evening.
How comes that?
Nay, I know not. You have heard the news abroad. I mean, the whispered ones. Likely wars twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany.
Out of work.
You may then, in time. Fare thee well, sir.
Duke comes tonight. Best. This weaves itself before us into my business. My father has set watch to guard my brother. Brother! A word! Brother, descend, I said! Oh, sir, my father moves. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. Take now the good advantage of the night. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? The Duke comes hither now, and in the night and in haste, and Regan with him. Have you not spoken against his person to the Duke of Albany? Advise yourself.
I'm sure I'm not a word.
Oh, I hear my father coming. Pardon me. In cunning, I must draw upon you. Draw. Seem to defend yourself. Now quit you well. Light! Ho! Here! Sir, farewell. Torches! Torches! Sir, fly! Some blood drawn upon me would beget opinion. Oh, I've seen drunkards do more than this in sport. Father! Father! No help!
Oh, Edmund, where's the villain?
He was here, in the dark, mumbling wicked charms of conjuring the moon. Look, sir, I bleed.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fly this way, sir, when he by no means can...
Pursue him home! Go after!
By no means what? By no means can persuade me to the murder of your lordship. He charged home, my unprotected body lanced mine arm, and then, well, suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught. The noble Duke, my master, my worthy arch and patron comes tonight. By his authority, I will proclaim it, he that conceals him death. Hark! The Duke's trumpets. I know not why he comes. All ports I'll bar. The villain shall not escape. The Duke must grant me that.
How now, my noble fellow?
What, did my father's godson seek your life? Your Edgar?
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion to the riotous knight that attended upon my father?
Aye, madam, he was of that consort.
No marvel, then, though he were ill-affected, 'tis they have put him on the old man's death, to have the revenues and waste of his expenses. I have presently from my sister been so informed of their with such cautions that should they sojourn to our house, I'll not be there.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need.
I shall serve you, sir, truly, however else.
For him I thank your grace. I serve you, madam. Your grace is our right milord.
In the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
Oh, I love thee not.
Why do you use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound, filthy, worsted-stocking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking knave, a whoresome, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, a one-trunk inheriting slave, one that wouldst be a bawd in the way of good service, and art nothing but the composition of a knave, coward, pander, beggar, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch, one that I will beat into clamorous whining, if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou! Thus to rail on one that neither knows of thee nor knows thee.
Oh, what a brazen-faced varlet art thou, to deny thou knowest me? Was it not 2 days ago since I tripped thee up and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue!
Away! I know thee not. I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw, you rascals! You bring letters against the king, and take Vanity the puppet's part against the royalty of her father. Draw!
Help! Help! Murder! Help!
Keep haste upon your lives! He dies and strikes again. What is the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak.
I am scarce in breath, my lord.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
Well, this ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I did spare.
Oh, you whoreson Zed! Thou unnecessary letter. My lord, if you will give me leave, I will tread this unbolted villain into mortar and dab the wall of a jakes with him. Spared my life? You wagtail!
Peace, sirrah. You beastly knave, have you no reverence?
Oh, yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry? Art thou mad?
How fell you out?
No contraries hold more antipathy than I and such a knave.
Why dost thou call him a knave? What's his offense?
His countenance likes me not.
What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late, to strike at me upon his misconstruction, when he, conjunct and flattering his disposition, tripped me behind.
We'll teach you.
Oh, sir, I am too old to learn. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. Oh.
There shall he'll sit till noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord, and all night, too.
Why, madam, if I was your father's dog, you would not use me so.
Sir, being his name, I will.
I beseech your grace not to do this. His fault is much, and the good king, his master, will check him for it. The king must take it ill that he so slightly valued in his messenger should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that. Come, my good lord, away.
I am sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the Duke's pleasure. I'll entreat for thee.
Oh, pray do not, sir. I have watched and traveled hard. Sometime I'll sleep out. The rest I'll whistle. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree, escape the hunt. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself. My face I will grime with filth. Blanket my loins. Elf all my hair in knots. And with presented nakedness, outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices, sometime with prayer, sometime with lunatic ban, enforce their charity. Hortal! That's something yet. Edgar, I'm nothing yet.
It does seem strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Who is he that has so mistook thee as to set thee here?
Oh, it is both he and she, but your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
Oh, I say yea.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they have.
No, they durst not do it. They could not do it. They would not do it.
Sir, when I was at their home, I did commend your letters to them. Meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome, I perceived, had poisoned mine. Having more man than wit about me drew, your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it sits.
Ooh, winter's not gone yet if the wild geese fly that way. Fathers that wear rags do make their children blind. Fathers that bear bags will see their children kind.
And where is this daughter?
Oh, with the Earl, sir. Here with him.
Stay here. Do not follow.
How chanced the king come with so small a train?
And now it's been sent here for that question. Now it's well deserved it.
Why, fool?
Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes up the hill, let him draw thee after. But a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it. That, sir, which serves and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain, and leave thee in the storm.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool. Oh.
They deny to see me. They are sick. They are weary. Fetch me a better answer, sir.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Dost thou understand me, man? Go and fetch the Duke and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed us.
Inform them. Inform them. Dost thou understand me, man? The king would with the Duke speak. With his kind daughter, the father would wish to have a word. Dost thou understand? Have they been informed of this? Fiery Duke, the fiery. You go tell the hot Duke that I... No, not yet. Perhaps they are not there. But why is my man sitting there? Give me back my servant, sir, and then go tell the Duke and his wife that the king would see them now, presently.
I will have all well betwixt you.
Vengeance, fire, flame, destruction. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a good morrow to you.
Hail to your grace.
I am happy to see your highness.
Yes, Regan, I know thou art. Oh, Regan, thy sister is naught to me. Oh, what she hath done, I can bear scarcely speak. Oh, Regan, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience.
How's that?
I cannot think that my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she hath restrained the riots of your followers. 'Tis on such ground that clears her from all blame.
Oh, Regan, what she hath done to me, I can scarce say.
Sir, you are old, and you should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you to make return to our sister. So you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness. Oh, yes, oh, dear, dear daughter. Oh, I am so very old, and age is so unnecessary. Please, I beg of you to give me raiment, food, and bed.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never. She hath abated me of half my men. Oh, Regan, no. Curse her with lameness.
Fie, sir, fie.
You lightning bolts. Blind her scornful eyes.
Oh, bless the gods, and so will you show me when the rash mood is on.
Oh, no, Regan, no. I would never curse you.
What trumpet's that?
I know it. 'Tis my sister. This approves her letter that she would soon be here. Is your lady come?
You! Out from it out of my sight!
What means your grace?
Who stopped my servant, sir? Regan, And look who comes here. Oh, heavens. I would think that thou would be ashamed to look on this old beard, and you, Regan, taking her by the hand.
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended?
Who stopped my man?
I set him there, sir.
You!
I pray you, Father, being weak seems so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. For I am away from home and unneedful for what is needful for your entertainment.
Return to her and half my men dismissed. Oh, no. I would rather abjure all roofs and face the enmity of the airs. I will comrade with wolf and owl. Return to her.
At your choice, sir.
Prithee, daughter, do not make me. I will not trouble thee further, nor will we ever see each other again. No. Thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter, or rather a disease that is in my flesh that I must call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague, sore in my corrupted blood. No, I will not trouble thee again. I can stay with Regan, I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I look not for your welcome yet, nor am prepared for it. 50 followers, is that not well? What should you need for more? How could so many people under 2 commands in one household amity? It's hard, almost impossible.
Why not, my lord? Might you receive attendance from those she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? Then, if they chance to slack you, well, we could control them. If you come to me, I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all. I made you my guardians. But with an expressed number of followers to be followed. Am I now to come to you with 5 and 20, Regan? Is that what thou sayest? I will go with thee for 50 doubles, 5 and 20, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20, 10 or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have command to attend you?
What need one?
Reason not the need. If nature is not allowed more than what it needs, then man's life is no better than an animal's. And for true need it. Oh, give me patience, give me patience, ye gods. You see me standing here, an old man, as full of grief as of age, and wretched in both. If it be you who turns these daughters' hearts against their fathers, please be not so much a fool as to make me take it tamely. Give me noble rage, and let not women's weapons, water drops, stain these man's cheeks. No. You unnatural hags! I will have my revenge on both of you! I shall do such things as... What they are I do not know yet, but they shall be the terrors of the earth! I shall not weep! You cannot make me weep! No, this heart of mine shall break into 100,000 flaws ere I shall weep. Oh! Ah! I shall go mad!
Let us withdraw. 'Twill be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and his people will not be well bestowed.
'Tis his own blame. He hath put himself where Rustin must needs taste his folly.
The king is in a high rage.
Whither is he going?
He calls to horse, but will I know not whither.
Best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord, by no means stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the bleak winds do sorely ruffle.
Sir, to willful men, the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My Reagan comes as well. Come out of the storm.
besides foul weather?
One-minded like the weather, and most unquiet.
I know you. Where is the king?
Contending with the fretful elements, he bids the winds blow the earth into the sea.
But who is with him?
None but the fool.
Sir, I do know you, and dare upon the warrant of my note commend a dear thing to you. There is division twixt Albany and Cornwall, but true it is, from France there comes a power into this scattered kingdom, who already wise in our negligence, have secret feet in some of our best ports, and are at point to show their open banner. Now to you. If you should make your speed to Dover, you will find some that will thank you. I am a gentleman of blood and breeding, and with some knowledge and assurance offer this office to you.
I shall speak more with you.
Oh, no, do not. Here, take this. If you should see Cordelia, which fear not, but you shall, give her this ring, and she will tell you who your fellow is that yet you do not know. Fie on this storm! I will go seek the king.
Blow, winds! Crack your cheeks! Rage! Blow! You cataracts and hurricanes, smoke fury till you drown the steeples, drown the cocks. You sulphurs and thought-executing thunderbolts, singe this white head, and you all shaking thunder, smite flat the thick rotundity of the world.
Good uncle Ian, and ask thy daughter's blessing. He is neither wise man nor fool.
Rumble thy belly full! Spit fire! Spouts rain! But wind, rain, fire, thunder are not my daughters. I tax you not, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, never called you children. You owe me no allegiance. Here I am. Do thy worst. Here I stand, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. Singe my head! Cut me down! But I will call you servile ministers. For with two pernicious daughters thou hast joined to battle against a head so old and white as this. Oh! Foul! 'Tis foul! 'Tis foul!
Who's there?
Now, here's Grace and the codpiece. That's a wise man and a fool.
Oh, alas, sir, are you here? Things that love night love not nights such as these. Since I was man, such sheets of fire, such bursts of horrid thunder, such groans of roaring wind and rain I never remember to have heard. Man's nature cannot carry the affliction nor the fear.
Oh, ye gods, know now thy true enemies, and thou wretches tremble. For within thee are hidden guilts, long pent-up crimes,
bareheaded. Hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will it lend you against the tempest. Repose you there.
My wits begin to turn. How dost, my boy? How now, my boy, art thou cold? I am cold as well. Come, Sierra, take me to this place. 'Tis an oddity of necessity to make vile things precious.
He that has a little and tiny wit, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, must make content with his fortune's fit, for the rain, it raineth every day.
'Tis true, my boy, 'tis true. Come, take me to this home.
Tis a brave knight to call a courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. Then comes the time who lives to see it, that going shall be used with feet. This prophecy Merlin shall make, for I live before his time.
Alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. When I desire their leave that I might pity him, they took from me the use of mine own house, and charged me on pain of their perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, nor in any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to. Say you nothing. There's a division betwixt the dukes, and a worse matter than that. I have received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. I have locked the letter away in my closet. These injuries the king now bears shall be revenged home. There's part of a power already footed. We must incline to the king. If the duke asks for me, I am ill and gone to bed, though I may die for it, as no less threatened me. The king must be relieved. There's some strange thing toward. Edmund, pray you, be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee, shall the Duke instantly know, and of that letter too. That which my father loses, no less than all, the young will rise while the old doth fall.
Of the open night is too much for nature to endure.
Thou think'st 'tis much that this contentious storm doth invade us to the skin. So 'tis to thee. But where greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. The tempest in my mind doth make all senses take all feelings else, save what peace there. Filial ingratitude. It is as if this mouth should tear this hand for lifting food to it. Oh, girl! Oh, Reagan! To put thy father out on such a night as this, on such a night as this. A father that did give thee all. No, that way madness lies. I shall not go that way. I shall shun that way.
Good my lord, enter here.
In, my boy, you go first. Yes, houseless poverty, in. I shall pray, and then I shall sleep. Oh, you poor naked wretches, whereas you are, that take the pummeling of this pitiless storm. How canst thou, houseless heads, thou unfed sides, thou looped windowed raggedness, defend thyself from such a season such as this? I have taken too little care of this. Now, take heart. I shall expose myself to fear. What wretches fear? And make the heavens more just.
Eliminator! More dogs! Come out in here, Uncle! There's a spirit! Help me! Help me!
Who's there?
A spirit! He says his name's Poor Tom.
What art thou that dost grumble there in the straw? Come forth.
Away! The foul fiend follows me. Through the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind.
Hath thy daughters done this to thee, and have thou given all?
Who gives anything to Poor Tom? Whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame, through ford and whirlpool, bog and quagmire, that hath laid knives under thy pillow, or halters in thy pew, set ransoming by his porridge, made Phil proud of heart, to ride over 4-inch bridges over horseback, to course his own shadow for a traitor. Bless thy fine winds, Tom's a cold.
Hath his daughters brought this to pass? Has he given all? Have you saved nothing for myself?
Nay, you deserve to blame it, else we had all been chained.
Oh, foul winds, cast us upon this man's daughter.
He hath no daughters, sir.
No, nothing could have brought such a natural lowness than unkind daughters.
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Tell me, sir, what hast thou been?
A proud man, serving in mind and heart, that curled my hair, wore gloves in my cap, served the lust of my mistress, and did the act of darkness with her, swore as many oaths as spoke words, and broke them in the sweet face of heaven. One that slept in the contriving of lust, and waked to do it. Why, loved I deeply, das dearly, and woman out paramored the Turk. False of heart, light of ear, bloody of hand, hawk and sloth, fox and stealth, wolf and greediness, dog and madness, lion and prey. Let not the creaking of shoes nor the rustling of silks defy thy poor heart and woman. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen from lenders' books, and defy the foul fiend. Still through the hawthorn blows of cold wind.
Is man not more than this? Consider him thus. Thou owest the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is not more than a bare, naked, poor, humble beast.
Be contented. It is a naughty night to swim in. Look, here comes a walking fire.
This is the foul fiend's liberty gibbet. He begins a curfew and walks till the first cock. He gives the web and the pen, squints his eye, makes the hair lip, and mildews the white wheat, and hurts the poor creature of the earth.
How fares your grace?
Ah! What's he?
Who's there? What is it you seek?
What are you there?
Poor Tom! That eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walnut, and the water. And who in the fury of his heart, when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads. Who swallows the old rat and the ditch dog. Who drinks the green mantle of the standing pool. Who hath been with tithing to tithing, stuck punished and imprisoned. Who hath had 3 suits to his back, 6 shirts to his body, horse to ride, whipping to wear. But mice and rats and such small deer have been Tom's food for several long years. Beware, my follower! Peace, smoker, peace now, fiend!
What, hath your grace no better company?
The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo is called, and Mahu. Tom's cold.
Come in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold upon you, I have ventured to come bring you where both fire and food is ready.
No, I shall speak with this philosopher first. Tell me, what is the cause of thunder?
Good my lord, take his offer. Go into the house.
No, I shall speak with this demon first. Tell me,
What is thy study?
Importune him once more to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his life. Oh, that good Kent. He said it would be thus. Poor banished man. Thou said that the king grows mad. Let me tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life. But lately, very lately, I love him. Friend, no father, his son, dearer. Truth to tell thee, the grief hath crazed my wits. What a night it is. I do beseech your grace.
No. Come with me, good philosopher.
Tom's cold! In there!
Yes.
Friend, in the hovel, keep me warm.
All in.
Child rolled into the dark tower cave. His word was still 5-4 and fum. I smell the blood of a British man.
Censured. Nature gives way to loyalty. Something fears me to think of.
I now perceive that it was not altogether your brother's evil disposition that made him seek his death, but a provoking merit, such a work by a reprovable badness in himself.
How malicious is my fortune that I must repent to be just. This is the letter that he spoke of, which approves him to be an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh, that this treason were not, nor not I, the detector!
Come with me to the Duchess.
If the matter of that paper be certain, you have mighty business in hand.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek us where thy father is, that he may be ready for our apprehension.
If I find some comforting the king, that will stuff his suspicion more fully. I'll persevere in this course till the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I will lay trust in thee, and thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
I'll not be long from thee.
Oh, to have 100,000 with red kisses.
Ah, the foul fiend bites my back! That trusts in the tameness of a wolf, a horse's health, a boy's love, or a whore's oath.
We shall arraign them straight. Yes, yes. Come, noble justicer. Sit thee here, and thou sapient sir, sit thou down. Yes, and now, you she-foxes.
Look how he stands there and glares. What dost thou eyes a trial, madam? Come all aboard, Bessie, to me. The foul fiend speaks to poor Tom in the voice of a nightingale. Croak not, black angel, I have no food for thee.
How do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed? Will you lie down and rest?
Oh, I will see their trial first. Bring the evidence! Come, thou Roman justicer, sit you here, and you bench next to him, and thou art the commission. Thou must sit. Thou, and now, try her first. 'Tis goneril.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Oh, cry a mercy. I took you for a joint stool.
And here is another. 'Tis Reagan. Now we shall see what happens in her heart. No, come back. Stop her. Stop. Fire, fury. Son, why didst thou let her escape?
Bless thy fine wit!
Oh, pity, sir. Where is the patience now that thou so oft have boasted to retain?
My tears begin to take his heart so much, the law my counterfeiting.
Oh, look. The dogs. The little dogs. Come, Drake. Come, Blanche. And where is little sweetheart? Oh. You shall anatomize Reagan, and we will see what breeds in her heart. Oh, what is it in nature that causes such hard hearts? You, sir. You I shall take as one of my 100. Oh, but I do not like the contemplate always. No, you shall say that they are Persian, but have them change.
Now, sir, will you lie down and rest a while?
Oh, no more noise. No more noise. Be silent. Draw the curtains. Oh, we shall have supper in the morning. So.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Where is the king, my master? Come hither, friend.
Trouble him not. His wits are gone.
I prithee, friend, take him in thy arms. I have o'erheard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in it, and drive towards Dover, friend, where there shall meet both comfort and protection.
No.
Take up thy master. If thou should dally half an hour, his life and thine and all who offer to defend him stand in assured loss. Take up and follow me. Come,
help to bear thy master. You must not stay behind.
When we, our betters, see bearing our woes,
We scarcely think our miseries are foes. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. He child as I fathered. Pour Tom away! Mark the high noise, and thyself be wary. When false opinions whose wrong thoughts defile thee, in thy just proof it reconciles and repeals thee. What more will happen tonight? Say, escape the king.
Post speedily to my lord your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France is landing. Seek out the villain Gloucester.
Just hang him instantly.
Pluck out his eye.
Leave him to my displeasure. Edmund, keep you our sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitors, father, are not fit for your beholding. How now? Where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence. Some 5 or 36 of his knights are gone with him towards Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Edmund, farewell. Who's there? The traitor? Bind fast his corky arm.
What means your graces? Good my friends, consider you are my guests. Do me no foul play, friends.
Hard, filthy traitor.
A merciful lady as you are, I'm none. What will you do?
Come, sir, what letters had you late from France?
Be simple, answerer, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors fleet-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands have you sent the lunatic king? Speak.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover. I am tied to the stake and must stand my course.
Wherefore to Dover? Wast thou not
Because I could not see thy cruel fingers pluck out his poor old eyes, or thy fierce sister in his anointed flesh stick boorish fangs. The sea, with such a storm as his bare head in hell-black night endured, would have buoyed up and quenched the stellar fires. Yet, dear old heart, he howled the heavens to rain. If wolves had at thy gate howled that stern time, thou wouldst have said, "Good porter, turn the key." But I will see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it shalt thou never. Fellows, hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine I'll set my foot.
Hold your hand! My lord, I have served you ever since I was a child, but better service I have never done you till now bids you hold.
How now, you dog?
My villain.
Nay then, come on and take the chance of anger.
A peasant stand up thus.
Where's my son, Edmund? Edmund! And kindle all the sparks of nature to quit this horrid act.
How treacherous villain, thou callest on him that hates thee. It was he that made the overtures against thee, who is too good to pity thee.
Oh, my follies. And Hector was abused. Kind gods, forgive me that and prosper him. Ah!
thrust him out of gates and let him smell his way to Dover. How is my lord? How look you?
I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt. Give me your arm.
Unsubstantial air that I embrace. The wretch that thou blows upon owes nothing to thy blasts. But who comes here? My father, poorly led. World, world, oh world.
But my lord, I have been your tenant and your father's tenant these 80 years. Away, get thee away, good friend, be gone. Thy comforts can do me no good at all. Thee they may hurt. Oh, dear son Edgar, food of thy abused father's wrath, might I but live to see thee in my touch. I'd say I have eyes again.
Who's there? Oh God, who's to say I'm the worst? I'm worse than I ever was. 'Tis poor man Tom. The worst I may be yet. The worst is not so long as we can say this is the worst.
Is it the beggar man?
Madman.
And beggar too. He has a reason, else he could not beg. In the last night's storm, I such a fellow saw, which made me think a man, a worm. My son came into my mind, and yet my mind was scarce friends with him. I have heard more since. As flies to wanton boys, are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport. Is it the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Get thee gone, I prithee.
Oh, alack, sir, he is mad.
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Be gone. Sarah, naked fellow, come hither, fellow.
Bless thy sweet eyes, they bleed.
Know'st thou the way to Dover?
Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath. Poor Tom hath been scared out of his good wits. Bless thy poor heart and defy the foul fiend.
Take this purse. Knowest thou Dover?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully over the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair your misery with such a gift.
Give me thy arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband not met us on the way. Now where's your master?
Madam, within. But never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landing. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was, the worst. Of Gloucester's treachery and of his son's loyal service. When I had informed him, then he called me sot and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him. What like,
offensive.
Then shall you go no further? It is the cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. He'll not feel wrongs that tie him to an answer. I must change arms at home and put the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you like to hear if you should venture on your own behalf a mistress's command. Wear this. Spare speech. Decline your head. This kiss, if it durst speak, should stretch thy spirits up into the air, conceive and fare thee well.
Yours in the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester, oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. Who usurps my body?
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, Goneril. You are worth the dust the rude wind blows in your face.
No more. The text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth favor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? A father, a gracious aged man whose reverence even a head-legged bear would lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate. If that the heavens do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these vile offenses, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself, like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man that bears a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs, where's thy drum? France spreads its banners in our noiseless land. With plumed helm thy slayer begins threats, while thou, a moral fool, sittest still and cries, alack, why does he so?
See thyself, devil! Proper deformity never seems so horrid in the fiend, as horrid as it is in women. Were it my fitness to let my hands obey my blood, they are apt to tear thy flesh and bone. However thou art a fiend, a woman's form doth shield thee.
Marry your manhood now.
What news?
Oh, my good lord. The Duke of Cornwall is dead. Slain by his own servant, going to put out the eyes of Gloucester.
Gloucester lost he his eyes?
Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from you, sister.
One way I like this well, but being widowed and my Gloucester with her, I'll read and answer.
Where was his son when he did lose his eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
He's not here.
No, my good lord, I had better back again.
Knows he the wickedness?
Ay, my good lord, 'twas he who had sworn against him and quit the house on purpose, that their punishment might have the freer course.
Oh, Gloucester, I live for the love thou show'st the kingdom, and to revenge thine eyes. Friend, come, show me more what thou knowest.
Did your letters pierce the queen to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, sir. She took it, read it in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek.
Oh, then it moved her.
Patience and sorrow strove that which should express her goodliest. You have seen sunshine and rain at once. Her smile and tears were like a better way. Sorrow would be a rarity most beloved, if all could so become it.
You spoke not with her since.
No.
Was this before the king returned?
No, since.
The poor, distressed Lear is in the town, but by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why not?
Oh, a sovereign shame so elbows him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted daughters. These things sting his mind so venomously that a burning shame detains him from Cordelia.
Alack, poor gentleman.
Of Albany and Cornwall's powers you heard not.
'Tis so. They are afoot.
Well, sir, I will take you to our Master Lear and leave you to attend him.
Alack, 'tis he. Why, he was met even now, as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned with burdocks, hemlocks, nettles, cuckoo flowers. Search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. Seek, seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
News, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, dear father, it is thy business that I go about. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon shall I see and hear him.
Himself in person there.
Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spoke not with your lord at home?
No, madam.
Why report her letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance, Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he walks, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I believe, is gone in search of his pity misery to end his night life.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
Oh, I may not, madam. My lady did charge my duty in this business.
Why might she write him? I'll love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Oh, madam, I'd rather...
I know that your lady does not love her husband. I know it. I know that you are of her bosom. I'm sure of that. So I ask you, pray thee, take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. So I pray you, should you see him, give him this. And should you come across that blind traitor, preferment does fall on him that cuts him off.
Oh, would I could meet him, madam. I should show what party I do follow.
we come to the top of that same hill.
We do climb. Look out, we like.
He thinks the ground is even.
Horrible state. Hark! Do you hear the sea?
Oh, truly.
Come on, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy to cast one's eyes so low. The grubs of just up with the air. So grubs, so spurses, beetles. Fishermen that walk along the beach appear like mice. Murmuring surge could not be heard so high. Oh, look no more.
Send me where you stand.
Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Let go my hand. Here, friends, another curse for thee. Is it a jewel well worth the poor man's taking? Mary's gods prosperous with thee. Now, go thou farther off. Bid me farewell. Let me hear you going. Oh, you mighty gods! This world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off. If Edgar lives, oh, bless him.
Oh, you, sir. Friend. Sir, speak you, sir. What are you, friend?
Away and let me die.
Hadst thou been up but gossamer, feathers, air? So many fathoms down precipitating. Thou'd shiver like an egg, but thou dost breathe. Thy life's a miracle. Speak it again.
Have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky burn. Look up high. Do but look up.
Alas, I have no eyes. It's wretchedness deprived that same benefit to end itself with death. For some comfort yet when misery could beguile the tyrant's rage and frustrate his proud will.
Give me your arm. Up. How's it feel? Feel your legs? You stand?
Too well, too well.
This is above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
A poor beggar man.
As I stood here, methought his eyes were two full moons. It was some fiend. Therefore, think the clearest gods, who make them owners of men's impossibilities, and preserve thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth, I'll bear my affliction till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die. That thing you speak of, I took it for a man. 'Twas often say, the fiend, he led me to this place.
Bear free and impatient dogs. But who comes here?
They loved me. They loved me not. They loved me. They loved me not. They loved me. They loved me. No. No, they shall not catch me for coining, for I am the king himself. Oh, look, look, a mouse, a mouse. Oh, peace, a piece of cheese will do it.
I know that voice.
beard. They did flatter me like a dog, saying aye and nay for everything I said. And the rain did come to wet me, and the wind did make me chatter, and the thunder would not silence at my bidding. There I felt them out, there I smelt them out. Go to, they were not men of their words. Go to, they said I was everything. 'Tis a lie, 'tis a lie, and I am not Jew.
Is it not the king?
Every inch a king. See how my subjects tremble before me. You, sir, I pardon you. What was your crime? Adultery? No, you shall not die for adultery. No, let copulation thrive. For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my 2 daughters got twixt lawful sheets. They were centaurs from the waist down. Only to the girdle do the gods inherit. Below, his whole feeds. There is hell. There is darkness. There is the fiery pit. Scalded by death, consumption. Fire. Oh. Give me an ounce of civic good apothecary to sweeten my imagination. Here is money for thee. Money.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Oh no. Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Dost thou know me?
I know thine eyes well enough, for thou canst see how this world goes.
I see it feelingly.
Oh no, art thou mad? A man could see how this world goes with no eyes at all. Look at it with thine ears. Come. Canst thou see yon justice, how he rails against the thief? But close thy eyes and listen with thine ears. Switch places and handy-dandy. The justice is the thief, and the thief is the justice. Hast thou seen a farmer's dog barking at a beggar, and the creature running from the curb? There you have the very image of authority. Even a dog is obeyed in office. You rascal beater, why dost thou whip that whore? Take the shirt off thine own back, for thou do lust after her for the same crime thou whippest her for. through tattered garments, small vices to appear. But furred gowns and robes hide all. Plate sin with gold, and the great lance of justice nearly bended. Dress it in rags, and a pygmy's straw could pierce it. Oh, oh no. Obey not. Give thyself glass eyes, and see as the scurvy politician does, things that are not there.
Matter of impertinency mixed, reason and madness.
If thou should weep for my fortunes, I would give thee my eyes, for I know thee. Thou art Gloucester. No, bear with me, sir, for we both come here a-weeping. A babe, when it takes its first breath, doth come wailing and wailing. I will preach to thee, sir. A babe doth cry when he comes to this world, for he hath come to a stage full of fools. And I am the proof of it. And one day, when I sneak upon those sons-in-laws, then kill, 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 kill!
Sir, your most dear daughter.
No, no, can I take? Is there no escape? I am the natural fool of nature. Oh, use me well, sir, for thou shalt have ransom. But first, let me have a surgeon, for I have got to the brain.
You shall have anything.
I will die bravely, like a bridegroom. I shall be jovial, jovial, for I am a king. Dost thou know that, my man?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. And if thou gets it, thou must get it with running!
In the meanest wretch, hast speaking of in a king, thou hast one daughter who redeems nature from the general curse which twain have brought her to.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir, speak you. What's your will?
Do you hear aught, sir, of the battle toward? How near's the other army?
Near and unspeedy foot.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, good sir. What art thou?
A most born man, made to tame the fortune's blows, and who, by the art known, and pregnant a good many. Give me thy hand. I'll lead you some wine.
A proclaiming prize. Oh, most happy. That eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes. Thou old unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember, for the sword is out that must destroy thee. Wherefore, bold peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Let go, slave, or thou diest.
Good gentlemen, go your game. Let all pass. I'll be playing with you.
Out, dunghill rat! Slave, thou hast slain me.
Villain, take my purse. Bury my body. And take the letters which thou findest about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester.
Good gentlemen, I know the issue shall move in. As studious to devices of thy mistress as Baggers would require.
What, is he dead?
Sit down! Rest you! Let's see his pockets. It may be a letter from my friends. He's dead. I'm only sorry he had no other deaths, man. Let us see.
Let not our reciprocal vows be remembered. You will have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There is nothing done if he remain the conqueror. Then am I his prisoner and his bed my slave? From the loath warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place of your labor. Your wife, as I would be, affectionate servant, Goneril. Oh, undistinguished space of woman's will. A plot upon thy virtuous husband. In the exchange, my brother.
Give me thy hand. For oft methinks I hear a beating drum. Come, I'll bestow upon thee a friend.
Thy goodness.
To be acknowledged, madam, is o'erpaid.
How does the king?
So please your majesty, that we may wake him. He hath slept long. Be by, good madam, I doubt not of his temperance.
Oh, dear father, restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters and thy reverence made. Was this a face to be opposed against the warring wind? To stand against the deep dread bolted thunder? Mine enemy's dog, though he bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. He wakes. How does my royal lord?
Thou dost me wrong to take me out of the grave, for thou art a soul in bliss, and I am bound to a wheel of fire, so that even my tears are molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
Thou art a spirit, I know. When didst thou die? Where am I? Where have I been? I am not even sure that these hands are my hands.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and lay your hands in benediction over me.
Do not mock me, for I am fond and foolish.
Oh, methinks that I should know. And know this man. But I am unsure of everything, for I know not where I am, or with all my skills do I recognize these garments, and I do not know where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, kind sir, for as I am a man, I think this lady is my child. Oh dear.
So I am.
Art thou tears, weep not. For if thou hast poison for me, I will drink it. I know that thou dost hate me, and if I remember, thy sisters have done me wrong. Thou hast cause to hate. They have none.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
Your own kingdom, sir.
Oh, sir, you must bear with me. I prithee, let us forget and forgive. For I am old and foolish.
Holds it true, sir, that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain?
Most certain, sir.
Who was the conductor of his people?
As 'tis said, the bastard son of Gloucester.
'Tis like to be bloody. Very well, sir.
Our sister's gentleman is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Now, dear Lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. So tell me, but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
An honored love.
But have you never followed my brother's way to the forfended place?
The thought abuses you. No, by mine honor.
I shall never endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke, her husband.
I would rather lose the battle than that sister should lose it.
Most lovely sister, well we met. Sir, this I hear. The king has come with his daughter and others whom the rigor of our state have forced to cry out. Were I not yet so honest, I have not been so valiant. However, this toucheth us, as France does invade our land.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reasoned?
Combined together against the enemy, or these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
I shall serve you at your tent.
If ever your grace had speech of man so poor, hear me. One word!
I'll overtake thee. Speak.
Before you fight the battle, open this letter, for in it you will find out what is avouched in there. Fortune love you.
The enemy draws near, draw up your powers. To both of these sisters have I sworn my love, each one jealous of the other, as the stung are of the adder. Which one shall I take? One? Both? Neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril. But I shall not take her part, her husband being alive. Will use his countenance for the battle, and that having been done, let she who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy that he intends for Lear and Cordelia, after the battle being won and they within our power, shall never see his pardon.
are not the first, who with best meaning have heard the word. For thee, oppressed king, I am cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and my sisters?
No. No, no, no. Come, let us off to prison, where you and I alone will sing like birds in a cage. And when you do ask me for forgiveness, I will kneel down and ask forgiveness of thee. But we shall live, pray, and sing and tell tall tales. And we will talk with robes of court news. And we will talk of it also. Who lives? Who wins? Who loses? Who's in? Who's out? And we will look upon the mysteries of the world as if we were God's spies. And we, in our walled prison, will outlive pacts and sects of powerful ones who have been flown by the moon.
Take them away.
To such sacrifices as these, my dear Cornelius, the gods themselves throw incense. Have I called you? He who shall part us must bring a brand of fire from the sky. And we shall not weep. No, dry your tears. We will see them starve ere they make us weep.
Come hither, Captain, hark. Take down this note. Go and follow them to the prison. This one step I have advanced in. If thou does as this note instructs, thou makes way for noble fortunes. But know thou this, that time is as man is to be tender-hearted, does not become a sword. Either say thou do it, or thrive by other means.
I'll do it, my lord.
About it, then, right happy when thou hast done.
Sir, on this day you are most valiant, and fortune favors you. You have the captives that were the opposite of this day's strife. We do require them of you.
Sir, I saw it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard. His age has charms it. His title, too, to pluck the common bosom to his side, but can put impressed lances into our eyes which do command it. With him I sent the queen, my reasons all the same. On this day of blood and sweat, and friend hath lost his friend, the question of Cordelia and her father requires a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but as a subject of this kingdom, not as a brother.
Methinks our pleasure may have been demanded ere you spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place and person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own edition he doth exalt himself than in yours.
In my rights, by me invested, he compeers the best.
That were the most, if he were to husband you.
Jesters often do prove prophets. Lady, I am not well, ere I should be answering from a full flowing stomach. General, take my prisoners, soldiers, patrimony, do what you will with them. Of me, the walls are thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
The blood alone lies not in your goodwill,
nor in thine, lord.
Half-blooded fellow, yes?
Let the drum strike and prove my title thine.
Stay yet. Edmund, I charge thee and arrest thee on capital treason. As for your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of my wife, for she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, do contradict your bears. If you will marry, make your loves to me, for my lady is bespoke. Thou art armed, Gloucester. Let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy head thy heinous and many treasons, this is my pledge. Ere I taste bread, and thou art nothing less than what I have proclaimed here today.
Sick! Oh, sick!
If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
Here's my exchange. Who in the world that names me traitor? Let the trumpet sound and let him approach. On him, on you, why not? I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
Trust in thyself, for thy soldiers levied in my name have in my name taken their discharge.
The sickness grows upon me.
Convey her to my tent.
Sound trumpets!
If any man of quality or degree within the lists of the army maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense.
Sound!
Again! Again!
No, my name is lost. My treason's tooth bear none and take a bit. Yet am I a noble adversary.
Which is thy adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself, what sayest thou to him?
Draw! Thou art a traitor, false to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father. High illustrious prince, conspired against him.
Trumpet sound! What thou charge me with I have done, and more, much more. Time has passed, and so am I. But tell me, who art thou, that thou hast such creation over me?
My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. The gods are just, and of our vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he God cost him his eyes.
The wheel has come full circle. I am here.
Split my heart in twain if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
How dost thou come to know of thy father's miseries?
By nursing him, my lord. Became his guide. Led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never of fault. Revealed myself under him. Until some half hour passed when I was armed, I asked his blessing. From first to last, I told him my pilgrimage. But his flawed heart, alack, twixt two extremes of passion, joy, and grief, burst, smilingly. Whilst I was bidding clamor, came there in a man, who finding who it was that so endured, put his arms so strongly around my neck, and he bellowed out, as he burst heaven, the most piteous tale of Lear that ever him received.
Who was this man?
Kent, sir, the banished Kent, who, while in disguise, followed his enemy king and served him improper for a slave.
Help! 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 She's dead! Your lady, sir, your lady! And her sister is poisoned by her. She hath confessed it.
I was contracted to them both, and now all three marry in an instant.
Present their bodies, be they alive or dead. The judgment of the heavens that makes us tremble, it shows us not with pity.
I have come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
Edmund, where is the king? Speak, where is Cordelia?
Some good I mean to do, despite of mine own nature. Quickly now, but be brief in it to the castle, for my writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia.
Make haste for thy life.
He hath commissioned from thy wife and me to hang her in her cell, and to lay the blame upon her own despair, that she fordid herself.
Gods defend her. Bear him hence a while.
You are men of stones, and I, your tongues and your eyes. I would use them so that heaven's bolts would crack. She's gone. Oh, I know when one is dead and when one lives. And she is dead as earth. Give me a looking glass, one of you, so that if her breath should stain the stone, I then she doth know she lives. His feather it stirs, she lives. Oh, if it be so, then I may have time to change all the sorrow that I have caused. A plague! A plague on you! Murderers! Traitors! Oh! I might have saved her. But now she's gone forever. Oh, Cordelia. Cordelia, stay a while. What's that? Her voice was ever low, gentle and soft. A beautiful thing in me. I killed the slave that was a hanging me. Did I not? And who are you? My eyes are not the best, but I think that you are my Kate.
The same, your servant, Kent.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
And my poor fool is hanged. No! No! No life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life, and thou no breath at all? She will never come again. Never. Never. Never, never, never. Look upon her. Oh, look. Her lips. Look there. Look there.
My lord, he faints! He faints!
Oh, break, heart, I prithee, break.
Look up, my lord!
Oh, vex not his ghost. Let him pass. He hates him much that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He's gone indeed.
The wonder is, he hath endured for so long, he but usurped his life.
Bear them from hence. Our current day is general woe. Brothers of my soul, you twain, rule in this realm the gourd state sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad day we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest have borne most. We that are young will never see so much, nor live so long.